we do have had some more grape juice produced. It is sitting for us up at the shop, so we are going to take the discovery back up there and load up what we've got left. And then going to shift the production to raisins. We should be able to sell the raisins for a really decent profit. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to the Old Stream Farm. We're heading out today to jump into our discovery here because we need... Oh, if I can get around it. There we go. Oh, it's quite tight in here. I might have to go back around. Because we need to sell off the grape juice today. We've got lots of it that is sitting in our production facility. In fact, if we look in here, you can see that we currently have a load of it storing plus a load that has output. We're still producing grapes, but it's important we get this sold today because you can see the price in February tops out. And in actual fact, we have a higher than the high price at the moment. It's dropping at the farmer's basket, but it's actually fairly stable at the restaurant. So we are going to jump into this go here and head out. We're going to connect up our smaller trailer because we need to get our JCB little telly truck up there as well. So we need to connect all of this up, get the telly truck loaded up. We don't have the forks on it at the moment, so we're going to have to do that as well and get all of this up to our little... or to our grape processing facility that we purchased last time. And hopefully we're going to make a decent amount of money compared to what we would have made on the grapes had we just straight up sold them. So let's bring this around here. We will bring that down. And this is really the last thing we need to do before we kick into the springtime and we start getting all of our grapevines for this year planted. We're also going to have to defoliate our grapevines as well. So we need to get a little bit of money in order to get that too. So yeah, we've got quite a bit riding on these at the moment. I think in the springtime we're probably going to have be okay simply because we can do some more grass contracts. The grass contracts are going to be worth a fair amount of money to us going forwards. I'm going to try and do them with our own equipment as well because that should save us a little bit more money and allow us to make a little more on top. Let's bring this around here. Just lift that up a bit. Line ourselves up onto this trailer. This trailer is really useful for this stuff. Right, and down. There we go. Turn the engine off. We will then just get this locked down. We can then fold that all up. And to get to our grape production facility, we want to head out the farm this way. So it's always going to be quite a quick turnaround after we purchased this place last time. And we were just hoping that the grapes would go through the production, well, I said pretty quickly so that we could get them all loaded onto here. We're going to drop the trailer down here so that we can get it unloaded. Unlock these bits. And there we go. So we need to make at least 16,000 in order to get the defoliator for our vines in order to turn those around. We need to get a mulcher and a let's get the side of that trailer down. There we go. Get the sides of the trailer down. We need to get a mulcher as well and a cultivator too to go in between. So there's a fair amount of work that we need to do on the farm to get out. We only have 4 of these at the moment. I think they're 500 litres each. with any luck. So I don't... Yeah, they are. It's like the tips of these are... There we go. Up and out. And it should drop another one out of there fairly quickly. So if we can make a decent amount of money from these today, it will be really good. Especially if we can sell them at the best price. One nice thing about this telly truck is the fact that we've got an extending boom on it. Makes it so much easier for us to fill things up and get everything on here. And look, there we go. We've got another one already. Now, I think we can fit 6 on here. We may end up having to reposition that first one because I don't think it's far enough up. We have plenty more, though, I think, coming out of here. So, we're probably going to end up stacking these all too high in order to fit them all on here. It's a pity I can't use the larger trailer, but it's lots of going back and forth if I do that. And I'm trying to reduce how much I'm moving about. If I can get all of this on here, then we're going to be absolutely fine anyway. I really like the maneuverability of this little telly truck and its stability. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do any of this with our little front loader before. It would have just toppled over forwards, trying to load 2 pallets up at the same time. But these pallet forks are nice and long. They very easily allow us to get 2 pallets at once. I'm just trying to move that a little bit further so it's a bit more stable. There we go. Perfect. And we should get another pallet out of here fairly quickly. In fact, we've only got 182 liters, so yeah, we're not going to get another pallet of juice out very quickly here. We could wait a little while and get some more out, but I'd like to get this sold, and then if we're fortunate, what we'll be able to do is go and get the defoliator we want, get that job done, and then from there we'll be able to come back here, either load up some more grapes or some more grape juice, or be able to just bring this home. And let's drop this last one down, back off, right, and then we can park this up for now next to our processing center and to get this done. Next time, when we eventually come to do this year's crop of grapes, what we'll be able to do is just bring them straight down here to sell them, which will be great. Can I do this on my... Oh, I can do this on my joystick. That's much better. Right, so where is the restaurant? Let's go find that on here. 3,000 a night. It's actually dropped down. Wow. We want to get these sold quickly. So farmers market is where we're headed now because the price has dropped at the restaurant. And where is that? That is... Oh, not far from us. Right around the corner. It's where we've sold most of the stuff that we've had in here so far. So we can just bring it around here, bring it on, and sell it off, and see how much money we're gonna make from all this grape juice. We've made 11,023, but we still have one more to sell, which wasn't quite in. Yeah, wasn't quite in the sell point. So this is going to be another little bit on top. Another 1,377. Not enough for us to buy a defoliator. So what we're going to have to do is hire one for today. I think if we hire one, we should be fairly good. So let's get this back down to the farm. We'll come and maybe get a little bit more grape juice to sell later. But for now, I think we're going to have to head up to the shop and just lease a defoliator with... and pick it up with our little Antonio Carrero tractor, I think. Now, we do have another 6,000 litres of grapes that we'll be processing. So, hopefully, those will process today. I think about half of our grapes processed overnight. So, yeah, that should be okay. What have we got in here? Oh, nothing overly useful, unfortunately. Been really great if a defoliator had turned up in there. So we are gonna get this. It's 16 grand, which means to lease it is only gonna cost us 816. So yes, please. We will get that leased. And yeah, leasing that for now works out fairly well for us. Easily covered by what we have. And in fact, we only need to borrow it for today to go through and get everything done. So on to the front here. Hook it up. Hook all of that up. There we go. And yeah, we now get this back down to the farm. And oh, while we're here, actually, there is something else we want to lease, and we might be able to get this job done today. We just want a mulcher or a cultivator. Let's have a look at the mulchers. So, oh, wow. That 12 horsepower for that little one. We've also got this rover that I quite like the look of, and I think we might get because it's a little bit different. We can actually afford this, so I am going to buy that. And we'll take that back and do that as well. We might be able to... and then, yeah, we're going to need a cultivator as well. So, cultivators... Let's have a look quickly in the packages and see what it recommends cultivator-wise. So, it recommends the little Agrosim, which we don't quite have enough money for. Or either of these little Sigmas. I think once we've sold some more grapes, we'll be able to afford that. So the only thing we won't be able to afford today is to buy this defoliator. Otherwise, the rest of everything we need for our grapes will all be here. So that's really, really cool. So let's hook this up. And hook that up. There we go. Back we go. That actually looks fairly big on the back of this. I hope this is going to fit between our grape rows, because that would not be good otherwise. Right, so let's get this rover mulcher into the back of the farm. Get that parked up somewhere. We'll head over this way. Yep. And that can go in here. Where's a good place to put this? Okay, we'll put it in the corner for now. And come back to it in a bit. We might use that on this tractor. That and that. But, yeah, I would use it on the tractor, but I think it won't quite work. And let's just head up here. And I'm going to start from this end, because we want to get the end one. Unfold this. How do I lift it up? What is the control for this? Turn it on. Okay. Ah, no, what I've done. So unfold it. And power it on. There we go. And then it just pops along here like this and prunes it out. Is there any way to raise that? There's no way to raise it. Because it's mounted on the front of this tractor. It looks a little bit low. But it isn't, obviously. Can I lift it? No, I can't lift it at all. So there we go. But does work pretty nicely. And doing a very nice job on here. I am slightly surprised that it doesn't raise, because you can see on the bar it should raise, but there's nothing on there to make it do so. And it does seem to be working, so that's all good. It works really quite well. It's just sort of going through and pruning. As I said, I would like a little more adjustable height in it, maybe. Because it does look a little bit odd with the tops of my vine rows just hitting it. But all in all, it's working fairly well. I really like to extend this field a little more this way, and then maybe have another set of vines or something coming down the hills that are field 6, or even just having field 6 as a grass field because of its odd shape would be quite cool. It is, yeah. It's a little bit strange with how that end of the field works. It might have actually been better and more maneuverable for us to have started from the other side of the field to do this. But to be honest, it's just a little bit finicky. It's a bit weird where at this end I keep turning too quickly, and at the other end I keep turning too slowly and not quite getting into the end of the vine. It's because it's on the right hand side, this piece of kit, and therefore I'm having to turn right around and come down the same row this way, whereas at the other end I'm having to skip a row to get back. Might actually skip a vine so that I can get a nice easy turnaround and go on the next row on this end, and just see how that works out for a row. See if it makes any difference to how easy this is to run. But yeah, because it's coming around here. I want to be back on the vine that I've just come from, but that's not very easy from here. And it basically means skipping every third row, which I suppose coming back would then be very easy to turn into those to get it. I need to get more in the middle here. Do you like how it adjusts to stay on the vines though? That's pretty cool. Okay, I think I've got this figured out. If I do every other row, it makes turning the whole way down the field easier, and means that I end up with 2 rows next to each other on the way back, which if I come back up this end and restart from this end for that bit, should be fine for me doing 2 rows at a time, or you know, basically skipping a row on the way back. It's not perfect because I don't think I've run the field perfectly to do this in the first place. We will try this on the other field in a minute though, and I think it'll work out really well on there. My biggest problem, I think, with doing this job is avoiding drifting towards the vines. I'm trying to stay as much in the middle of the row now as I can. But yeah, I keep drifting towards the vines, and I don't know why. I think it might have something to do with, you know, trying to watch what the piece of equipment is doing as we're going down the row. But it's very disconcerting. I can't seem to keep the tractor straight up these rows. Skipping rows has worked quite well though. We are having a much better time of it in the turns. And it's keeping everything a lot more uniform when I'm doing the turns at the end. So, yeah, much happier doing it that way. And I think we'll apply that to the other field when we go and do that in a moment. We should get all of this done today. It's going to work really, really well for that. What we do need to do, actually, I'd completely forgotten, is when we go up to the shop, we need to refill with seeds. Because I think both of our greenhouses have run out of seeds, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. Yes. Yeah, we are out of seeds completely. So we need to get some more seeds for our greenhouses today. Get those working. Because those do bring in a really good amount of money. And we're going to need that in order to plant the vines again in our 3rd field without borrowing any of that money this year. End of the row and end of the last one in this field. That is that all defoliated, so we'll turn that off and fold it up. There we go. And then we can get down through the farm here and go and do the vines at the front. Yeah, we're going to do that grass field, the former cow meadow. That will be vines this year. So we just need the money to actually plant that. And as I was saying, I don't want to borrow the money to do that. That seems kind of counterproductive to everything we've been doing. So it's going to be a little bit of a battle, I think, to do that. Right, let's unfold this. Start it up. I'm going to unfold this. There we go. Start it up. Lifted. Ah, it did actually lift on the... There we go. We're hitting a lot less of our poles now on the vines. That's much better. I think I left just about the right amount of space at the ends here to turn around. I can get a quite nice lineup for the next row when I turn. So, yeah, that's just about the right amount of space. Any more and it would have been just too much. Any less and it would have been too tight. So I'm really pleased actually with the setup on this field. It's all sort of come together fairly well for us on here. And we're going to end up... I think we're actually going to end up in a really good situation on here. Because we're going to not have to drive down the other end for the last row. It's going to be an immediate turnaround. Yes, we're going to be in the same row. But we will then end up around the other end. And that will then bring us into a really good setup for this, for the next row. Yeah, you see, it's just about right. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. The amount of space we've got at the end of this field. The way the rows are set up on here actually is really good. We start by missing every other row, ending up with 2 row setups like this. We start and finish in the same corner as a result, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm so pleased at how well this field works as a vineyard. It's utterly brilliant. Now, we do have had some more grape juice produced. It is sitting for us up at the shop, so we are going to take the discovery back up there and load up what we've got left. And then going to shift the production to raisins. In fact, I think we might try and do that now. So, yeah, we've got 82 litres in here. I'm going to deactivate the production of that because we're not going to make any more. And we're going to shift it over to making raisins for the last 5,268 litres. And that is because raisins hit their top price next month, so in March. So if we can get a day and a half on that at the end of the next game day, at the end of March, we should be able to sell the raisins for a really decent profit. I think their top price is around about £2,000, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So quite interestingly, to sell raisins, we're currently at 2,600. 2,798, so nearly just shy of 3,000 hits in March. They're really good in September as well, but we're looking at a good price in March. Compared to grapes, which, sell for 1,000. So we should just about double our profits or double our income from turning the grapes to raisins, which is brilliant. It's slightly less than the grape juice. The grape juice is a 5-to-4 ratio, so we lose a fifth of them, but they go for 3,000. So a fifth of 3,000 is 100 and 3,000 divided by 5 is 6. 6, yeah. So £600. So 2,000. 2,400. Actually, if it's 2,400 per 1,000 litres of grapes, essentially, in there for the grape juice. Yeah, because it's sitting at 3,000 at the moment. And it's 2,600 and going up for the raisins. Wow, we should have just made raisins. That would have made us a ton more money. Oh, well. We'll go and sell what remains. We'll leave this on the front of this for now. We're going to come back and do some other work in a minute. But yeah, we're going to go and sell the rest of the grape juice. I'm not sure the grape juice was a great choice. I think we probably would make more from just doing raisins. And plus, when do grapes harvest? So grapes harvest in September, October. So yeah, we can't create them. So the grape juice is slightly less well paid, but we're able to sell it slightly earlier. So that is the advantage that you get from losing a little bit of money. Again, it's the whole time versus money thing. Back into our factory, and I think I spied 3 different piles there. Yep, so we've got 3 lots. Are they all grape juice? I think they probably are. Let's have a look. So yeah, grape juice, grape juice, grape juice. Yeah. So we've got 3 more lots of grape juice to sell. We'll get a bit of money for that, which should give us enough actually to buy the cultivator. So we're gonna be good. The only 2 pieces of equipment that we then need for our farm after that is a harvester, obviously, which is going to be a while off. We're keeping an eye out for a second-hand one, and in fact, if a second-hand harvester does come up, that will be one of the few things at the moment that I would be happy to borrow money for, because the chance of us getting that is fairly slim again. So it's worth. We'll save more money with what we borrow there than we would if we didn't get it, you know, and borrowed for the larger one. In fact, yeah, 16 grand. We're not going to spend 16 grand on leasing. Sorry, on the loan in that time. So yeah, it's worth borrowing the money for that. The other thing, of course, is the defoliator, which we have just used, and in fact I think we will probably go and return after we've sold this, because yeah, that is used for the year. We've done everything that we need to do with it. Last pallet, there we go. And then up here they're going to just produce raisins for us now. And we'll probably leave it doing exactly that. Raisins are a good price. Better price in March than the grape juice is in February. So it is worth, I think, rather than creating the grape juice, just creating the raisins going forwards. Right, we'll leave this, we'll leave our trolley truck here. We do have a trailer full of bales to unload, but I think we can do that next time as well, once we get this back. Let's just strap those all down. We will bring the sides up. Right, and is the farmer's market still the best place to sell our grape juice? It is. It's still just over 3,000. So, yeah, before the price drops any further, let's get these 3 pallets of grape juice over there. Quite unfortunate, I think. We'd have been... Oh, no, we would have fit these 3 on the trailer. We did have the space. Right, and into here. I still think it was worth getting the factory. I think we're going to make a decent amount extra because we got the factory. There we go. Another 4,000 nearly for those 3 pallets. That's really quite good. And there we go. We're back up to 7,000, which will give us enough money to go and get that cultivator. So I'm going to leave this trailer on the landy, and we're going to leave it here. I think that's the trailer of bales I was talking about. We need to get these unloaded and into the shed because they need stacking up. I think our animals are all okay. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, sheep have plenty of food. And the chickens... Oh, wow. No, the chickens have no food. So we've got to sort that today. We're going to get a couple of bags of chicken feed, I think. First, though, I'm going to drop this off the front. Oh, we need to lower it first. There we go. So, like so. We'll then return that because we don't need that anymore. At least that. And we're done with that. So return it. Perfect. And then I'm going to get my rubber mulcher on the back, and we will go and do the... we'll go and mulch all of our grass between our grapevines, ready to cultivate it next time. I am very much hoping this mulcher fits between these rows. Okay. Time for the moment of truth. Let's pop out. Oh, do you know what? I think that might be the perfect width. Down. And yeah, away we go. That is doing nothing, though. Is it truly doing nothing? Does that show any mulching? Right. Turn everything off other than mulched. Yeah. So, yeah, we got to wait till next month, I think, to do this. That is very tight in these rows. There's not a lot of space to move that. So what we're going to do is slowly move ourselves out of this row like so. And yeah, we might as well take our landy up to the shop and go and grab ourselves the other bits we need. Which, of course, is some feed for the chickens and some seeds for our greenhouses. The annoying thing about this is this also means we're going to need to bring our... We're going to need to bring our teleporter back, our little teletruck back. But if we put the seeds and things on here, we've no way to get them off. This is, yep. I'm going to have to go and get the teletruck back to the yard first, and then we'll do the seeds. Okay, here we are. Let's drop the back down. Grab this. We were so close to it earlier as well. We could have just popped back and grabbed this. I can't believe I've got 2 flatbed trailers. And yeah, we could have just grabbed the other one and used it if it didn't have bales all over it. That's the trouble. I was using this one because we had bales on the other, and of course I need to get my teletruck back. Right. So let's fold that back, and we can get this home now. And then we can head up to the shop and go and grab the bits we need. So back to the shop again. There we go. We'll take this up the top and just spin it around on the grass. So it's nice and easy for us to load up our trailer. And then we'll head over to the shop. We have got this. Our old front loader is still sitting here. Right, there we go. Let's purchase some big bags. We want some seeds, so I want 2 of these, 1 for each. So buy those. That's 1,600. And then chicken feed. It's so expensive. We'll grab 2 of those as well. Yes. Okay. So wish we'd had a harvesting contract and been able to get some wheat this year, because it is so expensive for us to buy chicken feed. But we don't have our own field of wheat. I wonder actually, what is the cheapest combine on here and how much does it cost to lease it? Yeah, you see that we don't have enough money for. So that is more expensive. We'd need to find a really old combine that we could rent really cheaply and do a single field. But then that's why I'm after a harvesting contract. A harvesting contract would give me absolutely the amount I need to feed the chickens for a good long while. Right, can we get 2 at once? Is our little... Oh no, that's never going to work. Right, so 1 at a time with these, unless... Nope, that's still too much for it. Right, so 1 at a time. Let's back this off. Bring those back in. And down. Through. There we go. This is a pretty useless piece of kit for us, to be honest. I need to get this onto the trailer, and that is not going to do it. That's not good. Oh, hang on. Yeah. It's just about dragging that bag along the ground. I think the only way we're going to do this is to unfold the back of this. Nope, that was unfolded. There we go. And scrape these on. That is not great. There we go. Right, there's 1 on. Let's load the rest up. I am managing to lift them off the ground a fair bit now, but yeah, it's getting the right balance. It's putting it right at the back of the forks. If you put it right at the back of the forks with this, it will lift them. So it's not all bad, but it's not great. I'm reminded why we went and switched this out for the tele truck, because the tele truck is going to be so much more useful to us. Right, there we go. Do that there. We will lower that. Yeah. Lock those on. And back to the farm we go. It's 5:45 and we're losing the light a bit now. So I want to get this done as quickly as I can. I'll just bring this around here. And I left the teletruck in this shed here on purpose, so that everything would be easy to access. Unlock that and unlock that. Now this, I think, might be able to pick up 2 of these at once. We'll set our forks to be really wide. But with the weight being sent to the back of the teletruck, it makes it so much more stable than that front loader. So, let's line ourselves up properly. Put that into there. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. Much more stable. I mean, it is going down at the front, but it's not going to fall over, which is brilliant. And yeah, the light is really fading now. Although turning the headlights on this is making it very difficult for us to see. Right, I want to put one down. So we want to take these one at a time. Grab that. Into here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same on the other. Like that. And that should mean that both of these now are up and running again. Let's have a look. Lettuce. Yep, we got a decent amount of seeds in both of them. So we are now producing lettuce again at a good rate, which is brilliant. Raisins are being produced quite nicely, so those will come out. The only thing left to do is to feed our chickens. So let's get these loaded off. Round here. Back it up. And this is not going to be much feed for our chickens, but it should be enough for us to get them at least producing eggs again. Right. Those in, up, and back we go. Oh, scraping them along the ground a little bit. But 2 bags of chicken feed like this on the front, we should be able to get them to load into here. And again, really pushing down the front of this now. But is that unloading both of them? That's only unloading one. Come on, I want both of these unloading, please. Maybe it can only unload one at a time. There we go. Second one in. And then we'll see what state our chickens are in once this has gone in as well. There we go. So, state of our chickens. They have a bit of food. They're going to need some more. We are going to have to spend a fair whack on chicken feed over the coming days. But not much I can do about that. We've got no eggs in there yet. So, yeah. That is the jobs for today done. So, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.